everyone, welcome to Science-Based Fitness. In today's video topic, we're going to be covering 3 advanced ab exercises. Now I want to step away from the traditional crunches or sit-ups, any of those basic movements. Now these movements I've mixed into my own training protocols over the last few years. One of these is fairly new to me, so I'm still starting to mix it in. But without further ado, let's not waste your time. Let's get right into these. This is the first ab exercise. It's called stirring the pot. Now I'm going to give the more simple variation here, which we're going to start on our knees. Now you can see as I drop my hips down, we don't want to create an arch in the lower back. We want to have our abs engaged, glutes slightly engaged, and keep our core slightly elevated, leaving a very small angle at the hips here. This will just keep your back in a less vulnerable position. Now we can see from the front, what I'm doing is just creating a small rotation. Every couple of circles you can switch the other way. Now from the front angle here, you can see that my elbows are about shoulder width apart. Now imagine if you had a wooden spoon in your hand and you're trying to stir the pot. This is a great exercise to increase that core stability. Now the more advanced version, you can see from the side angle again, we're essentially going to set up like we're going to do a plank. And remember to switch the rotation the other way. Now for all of my golf fans, this is a great exercise because it really engages the serratus anterior muscle. Now you can see that right here, it actually originates from our front part of our ribs and attaches to the medial border of our scapula. This is a muscle that's very much engaged during your golf swing. And I emphasize that in my video about the upper body muscles that are used in the golf swing. So if you haven't seen that, it will be linked in the description. Now this exercise here is called a dumbbell drag. I'm actually using a towel, as you can see. What I'll do is I'll set up like I'm doing a plank off my hands. Whichever side you line the dumbbell up on, the opposite hand will reach underneath your body, grab and drag that weight back across. Now depending on your surface, you don't have to drag it. You can actually pick it up and just set it down on the other side. Or if you have a hardwood floor, using a towel is a great way to not damage or leave marks on your floor. You can see same setup where I have my hips a little higher. I would actually say they're a little bit higher than I want them. I could probably drop them a little bit lower. But from the front view, this is what it looks like. Hands shoulder width apart, pull the weight to the opposite side and pull the weight to the opposite side. Now the more simple variation is from the knees, just like the previous exercise. Now the third and final exercise is going to be a Pallof press. I actually really like this exercise because it's a great core stabilizing movement. Now this is considered an anti-rotational movement. The farther you push your hands away from your body, the less of a mechanical advantage you'll have on this exercise. So this is going to require you to increase the amount of core stability you're going to have, increasing the amount of rate coding that's happening for the muscle fibers. Along with activating our abs, we're going to notice I have a small slight squat here. Now I'm only down 3 or 4 inches. This is going to engage those glutes a little bit more, which I believe will translate to a more functional application. Now what you don't want this exercise to look like is where you're not symmetrical, with your hips dropping off to the side like this, or your body rotating back where you have the band anchored. I definitely recommend using a mirror during this exercise if you can, so you can see how symmetrical you keep your body. Now remember to make sure you hit both sides. Now the simpler variation for those who are just starting out on this movement is to go onto the knees here. There will be less core stability since we have a more solid base of support. It's important to note if you are experiencing any pain during these exercises outside of muscle fatigue, stop doing these exercises, and I definitely recommend talking to your doctor, maybe getting to a physical therapist, figuring out any mechanical issues you might be experiencing. It'll be great to get a more specific program to help you if you do have specific back issues. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you've tried these or have seen these movements before, let me know in the comments if you've done them. Let me know which one is more difficult, which one of these are the most challenging for you. For me, I find stirring the pot, that one with the exercise ball, to be the most challenging, but everyone's a little bit different. As far as that goes, that is it for today's video. If you guys are not subscribed, consider subscribing, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.